Hi, everybody. I'm Amber Grainer, and I'm the OCP Community Manager. Thank you for joining me this week for another episode of the OCP Community Q&A session. This week, we're going to go over tiered membership. There's been a lot of questions about tiered membership, and I just thought I'd take a moment to go through that today. So let me get that page, and we will begin. So as you can see, we have basically 4 levels of our corporate memberships. We have community, we have silver, we have gold, and we have platinum. So on this screen, we're just going to take a look at our membership levels. Here's community. See here in green. Silver level is right here. We have gold. We have 3 ways to get the gold. And then we have our platinum. Platinum being the highest trademark that we have for membership. Let's take a look at just the community level right now. So our community level, basically all you have to do to sign up and use this logo right here on your website or your printed material is sign the membership agreement. When we say the contribution to get to any of these levels, you see time, money, and IP, time, talent, treasure. And when we mention here on this line, give less than 2,080 hours, no money, no specs or IP, basically that means that you're signing the membership agreement and you're saying that you support OCP. Your organization supports OCP and our goals and our mission. And so when you sign the membership agreement, which you can sign, you can see the links here. The links are on every page. You click there, and I'll go ahead and click there so you can see what it does. It takes you to write signature. You put your name, your email address, and then you fill out this agreement. When you sign it, it's automatically countersigned, and we see that, and we see where you stand with your membership. We'll go back to our community page here. And as you can see, just to get to that, I'm going to say it again, just to get to the community level and be that level of membership, all you have to do is sign our membership agreement, and away you go. I'll see that, and I'll make sure that I send you the correct logo to use. The benefits of the community level, let me just increase the screen just a little bit here. You get to, you can be nominated for a project lead position, and you can vote in the project lead elections. There isn't any discounts on sponsorship or on future training. You can't become a solution provider at this level, nor do you get discounts off our certification program. You just get to list that you are a member and that you will be able to use that logo. So let's take a look at the next level of membership that we have. That would be silver. As you can see right here, we have 2 ways to get to our silver level. You can see that here. You make sure that everything's showing up on the other screen correctly. So I can make sure that you see it. So here you can see that to get to silver, you have to sign the membership agreement. If you are a startup and you want to get to silver level, and we define startup as less than 3 years, your organization is less than 3 years old, and you bring in less than $1 million in revenue per year, you can pay $10,000, $10K, and you can use the silver logo, which is right here. That only $10,000 is only for startups. The other way you get to silver is you can give $60K. And this, the time doesn't matter, nor the IPs matter for this level. So the only way you can get to silver is either give $10K as a startup or $60K as a regular organization. Let's take a look at the benefits of silver. Silver level benefits, you can be nominated for a project lead or an IC spot. You can vote in both the IC elections and the project lead elections. There are no discounts on summit sponsorship. No, there is 10%, excuse me, 10% for summit sponsorship. There's discounts on training. You are not eligible to become a solution provider, nor are there discounts on submissions for the OCP certification program. And for this, again, you will need to sign the corporate membership agreement. The link is here, and you will get to use this logo. Once you sign the membership and you let us know that you're wanting silver level, we will contact you and make sure that you're invoiced correctly. And once we have invoiced you and you have responded to that invoice, we will then send you the silver logo to use on your website and your printed collateral. The other membership levels that we have, we'll go back to that, is gold. Now, I jokingly say that gold is the most interesting one. It's probably the most complicated one, but there's 3 ways to get there. Just like there's, many ways to get to the same destination. Some people drive, some people take a plane, some people take a train. We give you many ways to get to gold level membership. But that all starts with signing the membership agreement. So you have to be a member. And then here is where contribution really kicks in. So in order, you can give no time and no IP, which means your organization hasn't submitted a spec or any designs or software, and you don't have enough time, like you're not contributing to the mailing list, you're not coming to our events, you're not going and speaking at other events, you're not doing any of that. You just want the ability to vote in the elections, run for leadership positions, and have the discounts at the gold level. So you're going to pay $100K. If you don't want to give any time or IP, you're going to pay, $100K. The other way to get there is to sign the membership agreement, sign our contributor license agreement, give 3,120 hours of time, and I'll go over how the contribution works here in just a second. You can give 3,120 hours of time, and that is annually. So that's per year. You don't give any money, but if you're going to give that much time and you're going to give 2 specs, whether that's hardware specs or software, you can reach gold with no money. Another way to get there is to give 1 spec and give 2,080 hours of time, but you still have to sign the membership agreement and you still have to sign our contributor license agreement in order to contribute that spec. Now, in the upcoming weeks, we will be going over the spec contribution process. So if you have questions about that, feel free to email me those, but know that in January, I'll be sitting down with the IC and we'll go over that on a Hangout as well. And the benefits of gold, as you can see, you can be nominated for a project lead, you can run in the IC elections, you can vote in both the project lead elections and the IC elections. You get a 15% discount on sponsorship. When we roll out summit training, you'll get 15% discount on that. At the gold level, you become eligible to be a solution provider. And if you go to opencompute.org and you look through the list of projects, you'll see solution provider, a link on our homepage. You can click there and learn more about the solution provider program. So you are eligible to become a solution provider. At gold level, that'll be an additional 50K. So it's 150K to be a gold member and a solution provider. And you also will be able to get discounts off of the OCP certification program. And you can learn more about the certification program by going to our certification interoperability group. If you go to the home page and you look on certification, you can go there and sign up for the mailing list and learn more about that program as well. So takeaway for gold is there's 3 ways to get there. You can get there with no time, no IP, but you're going to pay us 100K. You can get there with time and like 3,120 hours and 2 IP contributions, or you can get there with a combination of time, money, and IP. So 2,080 hours, 50K, and 1 IP contribution. So you kind of get to design your own adventure here when it's coming to gold. And last we have our platinum level. And in case I forgot to mention, let's go back to gold for just 1 second. This is the logo that you get to use when you're a gold member. And once I verify that you've either paid us the 100K, you've contributed the hours and the specs, then we'll invoice you, and then we'll send you out everything that you need to know about becoming a gold member. Let's go to platinum now. Go here to the platinum level. And with everything else, because platinum is our level that you just can't give money. Platinum, we want to make sure that you have time invested, that you've got skin in the game, that you're not just paying for the ability to be a project lead or influence the project that way, that you actually have merit, that you're contributing and that you're participating in the organization. Merit is very important to us. And that's one of the things that, we want to stress. We're not pay to play. We want to make sure that everybody knows that they can participate. You don't have to be a member to sign up for our mailing list. You don't have to be a member to come to our events or participate in our engineering workshops. But what you do have to do it to get this level of membership, platinum level, and to use this logo, is participate. You must have merit in our community. And that requires both you sign the membership agreement, to sign the computer license agreement, to contribute 3,120 hours of time. You give 40K, and you have to give 1 spec annually. Now, if you'll notice, that's our highest level of membership, but you pay the least amount for that, because we do expect you to participate in other ways. And we can look at the ways that you can contribute as well. But let's take a look at the benefits. So the benefits for this are you get to be nominated and can run for either a project lead or an IC member seat. And an IC is our incubation committee. They're the ones that decide on what specs meet the criteria to be accepted into the foundation. And you can vote in both the project lead and the IC elections. You get a 20% discount on summit sponsorship. And we have summit coming up, our next US summit coming up March 9th through the 11th. So that might be something you want to look at. When we roll out summit training, again, 20% discount off that. Again, at the gold and this level platinum, you get to become, if you wanted to become a solution provider, your organization, you're eligible to do that with an additional 30K. At platinum, it's 80K to become it is 70K to become both platinum and a solution provider. So there's a lot of discounts that come involved at that level. And go back up. So that's platinum. And let's go back over the contribution areas. So to contribute, if you notice on the tiered membership page, there's a little link to contribution. We count every email that comes into our mailing list. So contribution must be public. When we say skin in the game, we mean public contribution. And so every email that is sent to our mailing list at list.opencompute.org, we count each of those. Our events that are hosted by OCP, which includes summits, engineering workshops, OCP days, and other events that we're going to be having in 2015. For every one of those, we count 8 hours per person per day for each event, plus a travel multiplier for every member of your organization that attends. So the more people that you send to these events, the quicker your time adds up. The more emails and the more conversations that you and your organization participate in, those hours add up as well. Industry events. We know that many of our members go to industry events, and we know that you're not just talking about OCP. You have, other things on your plate other than just representing OCP, and believe me, we appreciate when you do. But for every one of the industry events that you go to, you got to let us know in advance. So you just drop me an email and let me know that you're going. We give you 4 hours per day per person of your organization, plus a travel multiplier. And those, with our OCP events and with our industry events, those hours add up very quickly. If you're on the board, if you're on the IC, if you're a project lead, or you're a regional community leader, as we stand up more and more regional communities around the world, we know the work that goes into that. We know that you're going to have to be liaisoning with not only the foundation, but other organizations, and we give you time for that as well. So for leadership, we give you leadership hours. If you attend the OCP project meetings, we count that. We give you an hour for that per meeting that you attend. If you submit white papers and other documentation that isn't necessarily specs or designs that need to go through the IC, but it's something that you could submit that helps build the knowledge base, helps build how to use OCP and how you're applying it, or how you've accepted it or adopted it, or the success story around it. Based on the topic and the subject matter, there's kind of a floating chart of time for each of those submissions. Now, it does go through a review process, and we'll let you know how much time that includes, but we'll count those as well. Spec submissions, as you'll notice, like on gold, we required 2 submissions, and 3,120 hours. Any spec submission that we have, if any organization submits, more than 2 annually, we give extra hours of credit for any of the specifications above 2. We had one member last year that submitted 6, so the 4 above 2 gave them an additional 800 hours of time. So if you have more specs per year that you want to contribute, great, those will go towards your hours. If you use our OCP hardware license, our reciprocal license, because you effectively become an upstream at that point, and there's extra work involved in that, we give you an additional 500 hours of time. So the time adds up. So when people see those large numbers, they think, how do we do that? You do that by contributing. You do that by making sure that you're participating in everything that you can across the board, and that you're being a good citizen in the open source arena by becoming that upstream and wanting people to give back, and not just throwing it across the wall and not caring what people do with your contribution. So, and sponsorships, we give credit. This isn't a time thing, but it's a money thing. So we have anywhere from 1 to 7 events annually. You can see the events that we have. Depending on how many you sponsor, how many marketing dollars you spend with us, we're going to give you a percentage of that back. Well, we're going to give you a credit towards your next year's tiered membership. We're not going to write you a check back. We're just going to credit a percentage of that towards your next year's tiered membership. So there's a lot of ways that you can participate. There's a lot of ways to add up time. There's a lot of ways to give back to the community, and all of that counts. If you have any questions, or you have ideas around tiered membership, it is a work in progress. We're a work in progress. Our community is not a stagnant community. We're growing, we're moving, we're always looking to find ways to include and count what our community does. So let me know. So that's tiered membership in a nutshell. If you have questions, if you have comments, feedback, by all means, let us know. But you can go to opencompute.org/community, click on Get Involved, and on that Get Involved page is tiered membership. I want to take a look at that page just to show you one more time. We'll go back to this Getting Involved page is sort of where we link everything to. So if you can't find something, go to Community and Get Involved, and this is going to be the page that's going to get you to pretty much everywhere you need to go. Whether you're looking for the membership agreement, the bylaws, the IPR, the CLA, how to contribute, tiered membership is here, the spec design and submission process, which we'll go over in January, how to stay informed. We have our blog, our mailing list, our IRC channels, our wiki pages, our social media. We have our events calendar. Didn't mean to click there. We have a lot of different ways that you can participate. Here's our descriptions of our events and what they are, and they all count toward tiered membership. So that's tiered membership in a nutshell. Let me quit sharing the screen for just a second. We'll go back. So thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it. And we probably won't have one next week as we're nearing Christmas, but and the holiday break and the New Year. But after January 1, we'll see you back, and we'll kick it off with spec submission and what the IC does. So thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you in a few weeks.